Hey there, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm Courtney Brandsburg, and today I'll be talking with you about some of the greatest things Paris, France has to offer. I'm also going to discuss a little bit about the Eiffel Tower, the French culture, and of course we'll touch on the decadent French cuisine. I'm sure everyone has heard of the Eiffel Tower, but do you know what it was originally built for, or how many people visit Paris each year to catch a glimpse of it? Have you ever wondered why French people sometimes have a bad reputation for not being very friendly? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about their culture relating to that, and then we'll talk about the culture and expectations of their food. The current population in Paris is up to 65.4 million people. It has grown from only 58.5 million people in 1999, and their government still believes that they have a low population density relative to the land, so each family is actually given an allowance per child in order to keep the population continuously growing. Paris was originally established as a democratic republic at the end of the 18th century. Their flag, called tricolore, represents this in the sense that the white stands for the monarchy, the red for the republic, and the blue is for their early rulers such as Charlemagne and Clovis. Each French citizen is required to carry an identification card with them at all times, much like our licenses. This has to be some kind of card or document that proves their citizenship. They can also use a visa or their European Union passport. And the police in France are actually allowed to stop anyone at any time and demand to see these documents. Etiquette is a very important part of the French culture. A general greeting between close friends or relatives is called a faire la bise, which consists of a simple kiss on both cheeks. They will share a faire la bise or just a simple handshake when saying both hello and goodbye to people. When verbally greeting someone, respect is shown by using madame, monsieur, or mademoiselle. Aside from this intimate greeting, French people are generally very private and introverted people. It's not socially expected for them to smile or make eye contact with a stranger, which is so opposite from our culture in America that we often take it offensively and in turn think that they're being rude or unfriendly, which just isn't true. They just do things differently than we do here. Food also plays a very important role in the country's social life. Wine and cheese are sources of national pride that I'm sure just about everyone can appreciate. The French eat 3 meals per day, starting with le petit déjeuner, or breakfast, le déjeuner, lunch, and le dîner, dinner. Breakfast is usually their lightest meal, consisting of bread, yogurt, cereal, along with some kind of coffee or hot chocolate. Lunch and dinner vary for the largest meals of the day. These consist of several courses, starting with the first course, le entrée, the second course, le plat, or their main dish, and the third course of some type of assorted cheeses or desserts. The quality of food has always been very crucial for them. Mothers and wives hold the responsibility of preparing and cooking the food for the rest of the family, but because many of them now maintain full-time jobs as well as the wife or mother role, fast food and pre-made meals have been becoming more and more popular when the pressures begin to weigh down on them. The Eiffel Tower is Paris' top attraction. It was built in 1889 by a man named Gustave Eiffel, the same man who actually built the framework for the Statue of Liberty. Upon completion, it stood 9,840 feet tall, which was twice the size of the then tallest building, the Washington Monument. The Eiffel Tower kept that title until 1930, when the Chrysler Building just exceeded it. The Eiffel Tower took hundreds of workers 2 years to complete, and it was originally built for the World Exhibition in celebration of the French Revolution in 1789. It was almost torn down in 1909 until the city officials realized it could be used as a radio telegraph station. Years later in World War I, it actually intercepted enemy radio communications, so everyone sure was glad the demolition plans were never seen through. Today, the Eiffel Tower has 3 different levels that are open to the public. 2 of these levels have restaurants that can be visited, and there are over 8 elevators and staircases and over 500 employees to run the restaurants and man the elevators for the nearly 7 million visitors that are seen each year there. So today I've given you some fun and interesting facts about Paris. I hope this gives you an insight as to what you can expect if you're able to visit and take the beauty and culture of the area. I hope that everyone, myself included, gets to one day see the City of Lights in all its glory and enjoy everything this beautiful city has to offer. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.